Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be continuing with my reactions to Generator Rex with Season 2, Episode 7, Mixed Signals, and Episode 8, Outpost. And for whatever reason, at least the second episode, Outpost, the name of it kinda rings a bell in my head, so I'm expecting it's probably gonna be something that is gonna be either something that I remember or something that at least I remember it being important. So I'm excited about that one. But as usual, before we get into the reaction, I do want to remind you that you can get a full-length version of these reactions over on my Patreon or Ko-fi account, where by subscribing to the specific tier I've created for it, you get access to pretty much all of my cartoon reactions. And alternatively, you can go at the higher tier, which will also give you access to all of the other full-length reactions that I do to live-action TV series and to movies. But whether you want to do that or not is completely up to you. You can also just stick with the YouTube videos. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to get into this. So without further ado, let's just straight up jump into it in 3, 2, 1. I haven't seen enough hentai to know where this is going. Oh, it's Starro! Okay, so what was with that thing on the back? Are the nanites controlling him or something? What the hell? That looks so weird. And also he can just make that shit out of thin air. I mean, I guess, but...
I wasn't supposed to do that, right?
Rex, I want you back at HQ.
It better not.
There's also the color of this thing that is very different, so... It's clearly not Rex or his mind wanting to build it. But who?
Or something is sending me instructions to build some big device.
Yeah.
Build a pizza with pineapple and salmon.
Target acquired. Rex.
What?
Wake up.
I still don't understand. Who and why are they doing this? Is it that AI? Maybe? Who the fuck are you? Magneto? Is he who I think it is? One of the final villains of the show, maybe? Not sure. I can't tell for sure. It could be just a filler villain, but it also... He kind of looks reminiscent of what I remember about the finale of this show, which is not much. I just have like one visual of it. Man, this guy's OP.
Release.
Wait!
Figures I built a machine with a serious attitude problem.
Is it who I think it is? It fucking is!
Rex, is that you?
Who's asking?
It's me, Cesar, your brother.
Oh my god, I love when this shit happens, man. When my brain starts to put the puzzle pieces together and remembers it. Right before it happens. It happened a couple of times in Fullmetal Alchemist as I was reacting to it.
Yeah.
And I think in Ghost Whisperer, and it's so cool!
This place. Who are you?
Because I remember that this guy was in this suit at one point.
Hands up.
Normally around here, when someone barges in talking crazy, they get ground into the deck plates by my giant fists. But you seem legit. I'm going with him.
Rex.
He looks like him, he looks like his brother. We gotta find out what he wants and what's his deal.
I saw you was at the Applied Nanite Research Lab in Abyssus, right before those fools triggered a replication cycle.
And I have total amnesia, so for all I know, that could be completely bogus.
There's a scar on the back of your left knee you got when you were 7, riding the gantry arm in the reactor annex.
Always wondered how I got that.
That must be weird. Having
Wheels.
having like scars from a time that you don't remember. I honestly like his brother. Rex, Caesar, such cool names. I also love his family name, Salazar. He's like a Mexican superhero. I don't know, that kind of spices it up even more and I like that.
Track Rex's biosignature and find out who that guy really is.
I think he's telling the truth, guys. Okay, this episode turned out to be so much more interesting than I thought. I thought the other episode might have had something to do with him. Not this one.
Rylander was supposed to have that under lock and key.
Rylander?
The guy who injected him! He injected him with the nanite!
Why would he do a thing like that? I'm really gonna have to let that old fool have it when I see him.
Not possible.
Yeah, he's
Courtesy
dead.
of Van Kleiss.
Van Kleiss? What does that third-rate lab hack have to do with this?
What? I guess I'm not the only one who needs an update. Where have you been?
It's a long story. Actually, short by my clock. A splinter group had formed at the lab. They had other ideas about how the nanites would be used. We tried to stop them, and you were hurt. The only way to save your life was an infusion of nanites. It was risky, but it worked. We thought that would be enough to stop the others. Make them see the right path. But we were wrong. Mom and Dad were in the reactor. As for me, I managed to escape in my lab. But the shockwave, the same one that probably blanked your memory, also interfered with the engine that powers this pod.
So?
I was stuck in sublight drive.
How long?
15 minutes. That's how long it took me to reboot the system. But at the speed I was going, it was 5 years of your time. I knew there was an accident.
So he
but I had
time
no
fucking
idea how.
traveled?
My nanite sensors were off the charts. My first priority was to ensure the OM1 was safe. That was our promise. And here we are.
So that's why he didn't show up until now. Man, that thing's maneuverable as hell. Guys, you're not really making sure to not kill Rex, you know? He's strong, but he's not indestructible. Oh, that is so cool. This is like riding a skateboard.
Things settled down when you came along. That was in Geneva.
Wait a second. Are you saying I'm Swiss?
Not really. Mother was born in Mexico City, father in Buenos Aires.
And they're really gone?
I like Caesar, man. He's such a cool character.
Where exactly did this ship take us?
What do you know? We're back at the original lab site.
You mean the one in Abyssus?
Yes.
No problem?
I'd say just a small one.
Well, it's big by my standards, but whatever.
Fascinating. We theorized mutations might occur, but never anything this random.
Yeah, so random.
You want to see a photo of you, me, and Poppy?
Not right now.
You're a little off, aren't you, Cesar?
Just like you, Rex, but in a different way.
What was that machine it blew off with? A laboratory. One I thought I'd never see again. It seems an old friend has returned. Caesar.
Ooh. Man, I love Troy Baker as a voice actor. He's so fucking good. He really makes Van Kleiss such a cool villain.
Providence isn't so bad now. Eh, Amano?
Is this a Grinnell? They always made good consoles, except for the random power surges.
Well,
Everything's cool. He's a little kooky, but I'm pretty sure he's my brother.
glad to hear it. Now I need you back. We still have some unfinished business.
I remember when you just wanted to be a musician.
Guitar? No, wait. Drums.
Accordion.
Sure, okay. I love that accordion theme. Oh, that's a great attention to detail.
I need you to take me down there immediately. Afraid I'll have to insist.
I love him. He's such a badass character, man. I love him so much.
Rex!
Are you crazy?
Depends on who you ask. I had something in my lab that I thought could help.
Help? You're not even supposed to be outside the keep.
Yeah. I don't like this slug.
First day on the job and you already got a save.
Job?
Oh, come on, admit it, Six. You just saved our chicharrones. What? What's so funny?
You always make me laugh when you try to speak Spanish.
Man, I really love the brotherly
Pulled his
relationship,
records,
man.
And I've confirmed his DNA. It seems Rex really does have a brother.
If everything I've read about him is true, he could be an incredible asset to Providence.
Or a major liability.
All the more reason to keep him with us. Give him whatever he needs.
White's right, Six. He knows more about nanites than anyone on the planet. He helped invent them.
My point exactly. You always said you wanted to find your family.
Thanks, but you know what? I already did.
Aw.
Cesar may be my brother, but you, Holiday Bobo, you're who I have a connection with.
Oh, now see, I'm getting all misty.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you are.
That is so wholesome. I love that. Honestly, I was second guessing myself about whether I should react to Generator X today. Because I have some other stuff that I need to do. But I decided to, and I'm glad that I did, because I've been waiting for this episode for so long. I love Rex's brother, and he actually, I'm pretty sure he becomes a character. I don't remember too much about him and what he does, but I do remember that I like him quite a lot as a character. So I'm glad we finally got to it. I thought that he maybe actually would show up in Season 3, not Season 2, but I guess it's time for him to show up. Because if I remember how Season 2 ends and how Season 3 begins, it would make sense for him to have appeared earlier. But yeah, it's cool. Another character from Rex's past. Like, anytime that we delve into the past of any of our characters, for whatever reason, it's like the most entertaining shit. Like, I don't know why that specifically entertains me so much, but it does. And I really, really like episodes like this. Like, I liked Six's backstory episode a lot. Probably the best episode of the show so far, maybe, in a way. I don't know. But this one was also another really cool one in which we learn more about Rex and his backstory. But admittedly, it is kind of cool. I mean, it is kind of not cool, but rather weird to actually be learning about his family, because it's such a mystery. It feels like it was built up as such a mystery that whatever his family actually was never really gonna live up to whatever one would be able to conjure up in their mind. It's like how in fiction in general, whenever you have a mystery, it's always kind of better to not reveal it. Like, it kind of keeps it more interesting, because nothing can be as good as whatever the viewer is thinking. Or more specifically, should I say, in horror movies, the scary monsters that you don't really get to see too much of are much scarier because you don't know what they look like. So it's like the fear of the unknown. It's kind of the same. Like, whatever you would imagine is always going to be much more impressive and impactful than anything that one could actually make. And it's the same for Rex's family. Anything that I could have possibly thought or imagined about his parents and his family was always not going to like, whatever it was made, it was never going to live up to my expectations in a way. And all that said, I definitely do like Caesar quite a lot. He's a cool character, and I remember that I really liked the change of the dynamic that he brought when he came onto the show, because, I mean, until that point, Rex was basically a nobody still. Sure, he had the connection with Holiday, Six, and Bobo and everything, but he still was like an outsider to the world. And now he has somebody that he has a connection to. Somebody that is as kooky and crazy as him, debatably more so. So yeah, really cool episode. I feel like it's a little bit heavy on the exposition, but I think it's okay because it is kind of an episode that kind of requires it, so I don't mind it too much. So for this one, I'm gonna go with a 9.4 out of 10, which is still pretty high, but not like a 10 out of 10, even though it was a really good episode, plot-wise. I just feel like some action could have been better, but the writing was definitely top-notch. So yeah, considering that I actually like this episode quite a lot, I'm wondering how I'm gonna feel about the next episode, because that's the episode that I kind of expected that I was gonna like, and the one that I kind of had a little bit of a vibe that it's gonna be something more important and more interesting. So hopefully maybe I'm gonna like that one as well. But usually this seems to, whatever show I'm reacting to, it always seems to, for the most part, follow the formula of one episode is good and I like it quite a lot, and the other one is kind of at best. So hopefully that's not going to be the case for these two episodes. So without further ado, let's get into episode 8, Outpost, in 3, 2, 1.
He will be fine in a few hours.
Who the fuck are you?
I was planning to.
Catwoman? Okay, it does seem like we're going to be having a filler episode. Which is fine. We already got a pretty good episode last time. I mean, in the last,
They are free.
in the last one.
Providence is now at war with the Green Fist.
The filler episodes at least help with world building. Although I'm not really too big fan of the world building of this show. I don't think it's as interesting of a world as, let's say, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2003 series, for which the world building is so good that I genuinely kind of enjoy the world of that show more than I do the characters.
Bobo and I are ready to roll.
Be careful. For all we know, the Green Fist could be selling Evos to Van Kleitz.
I'm ready for
Why would they be selling Evos to Van Kleitz? Why would Van Kleitz buy Evos? He can create them.
I need both of you to handle the mission quietly and with diplomacy.
I can be diplomatic.
Sure.
Wait,
You must be Rex.
you're Agent Martello?
You may call me also, my friend.
White Knight said to send his regards.
Maybe he could come visit sometime, get a little sun, see what it's like in the front lines nowadays.
Oh, it's a werewolf. Of course it's a fucking werewolf.
You alright there, buddy?
I think you've both earned that cold drink you wanted.
They're very nonchalant about
This
this.
gig isn't so bad. But how come we can't get any service?
We're Providence. All they know is when there's trouble, Providence is there. Our relationship with them is complex.
Complex. We protect them from Evos. You know, this calls for a little
Protect is a
diplomacy.
little bit too strong of a word. You're handling what you caused, kind of. I mean, is Providence at fault for it?
Excuse me.
To be honest, I'm not exactly sure.
See? You don't look like the usual Providence soldiers.
That's cause I'm not. Name's Rex. Maybe you've seen me on the news.
No.
Am I the only one noticing the fact that their hair is the same?
Chatanejo.
I'll take a picture of
Like the
that.
same color, the same highlighting.
They have it.
It shows, I guess, the ethnicity that Rex is. Like, he's South American. He definitely is Mexican looking. Or Latin American, should I say.
Ringo. Soy Mexicano.
Latino. You know, with the fact that Rex is like a Latino character, I guess it makes sense to cast the kid from Spy Kids as the voice actor. I don't know whether he himself is Mexican. Keep saying Mexican, but Latino. But his parents were supposed to be in the in that movie. Yeah, you're really protecting them from evils, Rex. You're not being totally not being a menace to society. and creating a reason for humans to hate Evos even more.
So, what do you think of that?
You are
Understandable.
Providence agents. Bad for business.
Completely fair reaction,
This is where
honestly.
diplomacy gets you, my young friend.
I'm trying to free you from Providence.
I am Providence, dummy.
Good job, Bobo. Now kick their fucking ass.
Who are you working for?
Wow, I totally did not see that coming.
You? For China Girl? What do you think you're doing?
I'm freeing all your prisoners, creep.
Scratch marks. Weird. What the heck did this?
I don't know, maybe the fucking werewolf that you just saw.
Take it over. I have business with the senorita first.
Uh-oh. Why do I have the worry that he's gonna turn him into a werewolf? There's gotta be something with that.
Yeah, stay down.
If he does kind of become a werewolf, it's gonna be funny how both Ben and Rex went through that shit.
Just what we need. Humans for the ethical treatment of Evos.
We were returning them to their natural habitat. What Providence does is wrong and against the natural order of things.
I mean, to be honest, them becoming evils was against the natural order of things. There's just some things that humans were never meant to mess with.
It wanted to kill you. Your men are dying because of it. If we don't get that antitoxin soon, they'll die. And eventually, I will too.
Wow, you're taking that very lightly. I would be losing my shit.
Anything yet?
Nothing.
Rex, once you get the sample of the Evo's blood for the antitoxin, I'll pick you up in the jump jet.
You think I don't believe in what I do? Who decides who's right? Your white knight?
I mean, yeah, pretty much. And he's not really a good guy. I don't understand why he's the boss even. What makes him eligible to decide on things? Why is everybody okay with that?
You alright?
Because clearly he wasn't like the leading man of Providence before he became white and nanite free. So what made him the boss at that point? Like, why did everybody decide to follow him from that point onwards?
Didn't anybody tell you the trap's over there?
Well, if they thought the trap is over there, then he wouldn't have gone there. Which is exactly what happened.
We've caught him!
No, you caught me. Big difference.
You caught yourself, to be honest. You activated the trap. Man, that Evo is smart. Just use the thing and get the blood sample.
Not yet. Not yet. Now!
You caught it. You saved my men.
We caught it. Together. I don't believe it. This thing, it isn't an Evo.
What?
The fangs, the toxin, the goat. Of course, how could I have been so blind? This animal is a chupacabra.
What? Oh, fuck off with that. I swear, fucking the chupacabra is whatever the fucking writers wanted to be in any show, to be honest.
So, what will you do?
Of course it's a fucking chupacabra. mean, to be honest, it definitely doesn't look like an Evo.
Stranger than Evos.
When you actually focus on it, it definitely doesn't look like a mutated animal.
We won't have any more
It looks
problems.
kind of too conventional, for lack of a better term.
Thank you.
Wow, you're actually a reasonable
It
person.
still doesn't make up for spitting the horchata in my face.
Ooh, slick. If it was me, I would have kissed her.
It's a kid's show, Bobo.
She, got away.
I see. You're learning, my friend. It's complex. A woman like that, it makes our problems with Evo seem simple, no?
This episode felt really Full Metal Alchemist-like for whatever reason. Kinda like it because of that.
My friends. I hope to see you again.
Because today I edited the first of my reactions to Full Metal Alchemist that I recorded
For your trip.
like a couple of 2 months ago.
Gracias.
And it just brought me back to that headspace of that
I heard
show.
what you did. Thank you.
Hey, if that's all it took to make you happy, we would have run off with the goat when we first came to town. Ah, some thanks.
Okay, so that was Rex and Co. going on a Mexican vacation. Well, it wasn't a Mexican. Why do I keep saying Mexican? It's Latino. Yeah, okay. It was okay. Not the worst episode, I guess. I mean, I honestly don't know whether it's the worst or not. I found some enjoyment towards the end of the episode, but overall it was definitely a disappointment compared to the last one. But, like I've said many times, last episode was so good that I really don't give a shit how bad this one was in comparison. But it is disappointing that it wasn't that enjoyable. It just felt too much of a filler. Though, like I said, the fact that it kind of felt reminiscent of Full Metal Alchemist 2003 definitely made me kind of enjoy it a little bit towards the end there. And the characters and the way they were written, I feel like felt very Full Metal Alchemist-like. And the plot kind of feels like that as well. Outside of the evil stuff and everything, it just feels very similar to that formula for the episodes in the Full Metal Alchemist series. But yeah, it was definitely kind of a shitty filler. In terms of a rating, I think I'm going to go with like a 7.3 out of 10, which is kind of low for this show, but it's not the lowest rating or anything. It was still decent, it was still a watchable episode, but yeah, probably one of the most pointless and useless episodes of the show that I've ever seen. The Chupacabra was cool though, so there's that. But yeah, I just don't really have much to say about this one. So that's why I want to ask you, what do you guys think about these two episodes? Comment your thoughts down below and let's have a discussion about it. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 3 pages on Patreon. Deadpool, August Dice, and Little Uzi. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me that you have decided to support me, you've continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. Another thing that I also want to tell you guys before we end this video is something about me that some of you may or may not know, that will also explain why do I look and dress the way that I do. That being the fact that I am trans. In particular, I am somewhere between a non-binary person and a trans woman. I'm not quite sure at the moment and probably won't be sure until I talk to a professional who deals with trans people, but that is where the reason why I'm telling you all this comes. I need your help. Due to the fact that I live in a homophobic and transphobic Eastern European country with a family that won't really accept the fact that I'm trans if they found out, there is not really a feasible or easy way for me to transition here with minimal repercussions. So that's why I would really appreciate any kind or any amount of support that you guys can give me with this. That said, I don't want to guilt trip you or anything, so if you don't want to or you don't have the means to help out, that's fine, don't feel bad. I just want you to know that it would be greatly appreciated if you did help me out get out of this situation. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and thank you for hearing me out. And yeah, Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the links in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me over there. And to my Wattpad, where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!